I actually bought a microphone holder, but I gotta send it back. It's my microphone is like
This is
paused,
how many.
but it's very. I'm gonna just say round. Never mind, I ain't gonna use that around.
Yeah.
Say round. So like the microphone stand I got, it don't pause, but it don't fit. So like
My
I gotta
God,
send it
Jesus
back.
Christ,
I'm
dude.
gonna have to get a. I'm gonna have to get a boom mic. I'm about to get a boom. I mean, a boom holder or whatever. So, hey, yo, Saturday. Speaking of wrestling, since it's a wrestling podcast, yo, Saturday is the first time. So, y'all, for y'all that have been checking with us, like we gonna, it's like every 5 or 10 episodes we have a run in by my son. My son comes downstairs and you know what I'm saying he wants to be on the pod. If he
What
was here,
a
he's at
hey
daycare.
dog.
We out for the summer, so we actually recording during the day. It's afternoon, it's not night right now where we
Word.
are. But if he was here, I would legit sit him in my lap and ask him about Saturday because Saturday, his two favorite wrestlers, if you follow the page, the stories right now, he got three favorite wrestlers. But the first two, well, he a Roman Reigns fan because he'll randomly just start chanting OTC throughout the house. But his top two by far, without question, is Obafemi and Jay Uso. Literally, sometimes we will come home, and sometimes if I just need him to chill out while I'm making his food or while I'm trying to clean up real quick, or I might just watch it with him. We'll literally throw on like a Obafemi interest, like his interest from Clash in Paris or his interest in WrestleMania, and he'll do the whole thing. Or Jay Uso, like I remember Shane last week. I was watching Raw. Oba came out, he was going crazy, and then Jay comes out and he was making Shay Yeet throughout the house and stuff like that. So it's gonna be interesting to see him watch it Saturday. Like, and now he's imitating all the moves. So I had to stop him yesterday because he did like a Samoan splash off the top of the couch onto the floor. I'm like, Hendrix, you're gonna hurt yourself. Like,
Hey
nah,
man, hey
man.
man, growing pains, baby. Hey man, you'll be all right, few.
Right, but literally, like now, I don't have to turn on a movie no more if I don't want to. Like if Raw is on or SmackDown is on, he'll sit down and watch the whole episode with me. He gonna imitate moves and stuff like that, but he's like slowly and surely becoming like a wrestling fan. Around the same age as I became a wrestling fan, I
Heard that?
started.
Heard that
Yeah,
kid from kindergarten? Fuck around if you want to. You can't
right,
even Stone Cold Stunner.
right.
Keep mess around. Yeah, go ahead.
Right, literally around the same age. When I was 4, I used to go over. The person that used to babysit us, shout out to John and May, rest in peace. Like they used to watch wrestling all the time. They used to watch WCW and WWE, but mainly the reruns of Nitro would come on during the day.
Today,
So
yeah.
whenever we would get out of school, we would watch the reruns of Nitro with them. And then my grandma, she was heavy in the wrestling. Like she hated Ric Flair. Like hated Ric Flair. Like,
Signs of the time. Most people did. Signs of the time.
so it's dope, man. So shout out to all my people out there that's listening
And
that
nephew,
got
this
kids.
we could timestamp this. It is 6:26.
Uh
If
huh.
you ever get in trouble in school for putting the hands on somebody, just call me. Don't call your don't do not call your mom.
Don't
Do
call you.
not call your mother. Do not call your mom. I'm the emergency contact. Call your godfather, dog. We'll come. I'll come get you. We'll talk about it, and nobody will
Yeah.
ever know. All right. Just I got you for you. All right. That goes for all my
Knock
other
on wood, he
nephews and
has
nieces
it.
out there. You know.
His social skills is getting better. Knock on wood. Like
Well, that's because he
he
made
has.
an example out of one, and everybody fell in line. That's normally what happens. You make an
He
example out of
did,
one,
man.
everybody
He
falls in line. Yeah.
he's so strong, dog.
Yeah,
Like
he's too strong. That boy is solid. That boy too.
he
The
is.
last time I was babysitting, he hit me. I said, "All right, look." I said, "Look, you got all right," because I wasn't paying attention. And that joint kind of stung a little bit. So you got me one more time, all right?
He's
Yeah,
solid, man.
yeah,
But shout
he's
out to
solid.
all the wrestling fans with kids, man, who like your kids are getting into wrestling or you know, saying they might have already been wrestling fans or whatever it may be, man. It's a dope
Yeah.
experience, man. So I look forward to.
One day I'll tell you how I almost got arrested because of a fight in the fifth grade. Yeah, and I
I'm
was
gonna
on
let Shaq
and I
and
was
y'all.
just saying,
The episode is coming when we talk about the goats. When we talk about because we haven't done that episode yet. You know what I'm saying? So matter of fact, that might be episode 100 because we coming up on 100. That might be episode 100 where we sit down and we talk about the goats and stuff like
we
that.
can't.
But I'm gonna
I
let
don't think we can do that without our brother.
Oh, he'll be here for that.
Yeah,
He'll be here for that. But and shout out to Willie, man. Keep doing your
yeah.
thing, bro.
Keep doing your thing.
But
Keep shining, Playboy.
yeah, but now I'm gonna let Shaq introduce him to Shawn Michaels. I'm gonna give him that honor. I'm gonna let Shaq. Now, if he walk around here singing "Sexy Boy," you get a call for Shane. Don't say that to me. But you know what I'm saying. But
Hey,
I'm gonna let Shaq introduce him to Shawn Michaels. So, but let's get into it, man. For all my people that still watch wrestling, it's episode 84. Man, Dennis here, Shaq is here, man. Shout out to our
man.
brother Willie again.
Yeah, for keep shining,
Um,
boy.
so let's start. I mean, obviously we got a couple events this week.
Yeah, we got wrestling this weekend. We got boxing this weekend.
And
It's
it's
a
a
nice
wrestling
weekend.
marathon.
It's
We
nice. It's a
not gonna
nice
necessarily.
weekend.
I'm gonna ask you one question
Yeah.
about this event. We're not gonna dive into it or do predictions like that. Actually, two. I'm gonna ask you two questions,
All
but not
right.
necessarily about the one question is not about. It's more so about what's going on in that brand than
Mm-hmm.
the event itself. The other one, excuse me, is about a particular match and particular storyline that's going
Got
on.
you.
All right, that I think is going to have further implications. So, my question to you first is, all right, so the event I'm talking about is NST Great American Bash. That is Sunday. So for those of y'all that keep up with when AEW and WWE have events at the same time on the same day, that's Sunday. Great American Bash. NST is putting on that event Sunday. And then also we got Forbidden Door, which we're going to talk about that Sunday as well. But I seen a video the other day, and in this video, I forgot my man's name. He's dope. He got a dope channel. I wish I could shout you out right now, bro. I can't remember your IG handle. I think his first name is Jordan. He the one that be talking about how wrestlers be creasing Jordans now and stuff like
Oh yeah,
that. But
yeah,
so
yeah. He from homie from Chicago. Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So shout out to him, man. He dope, man. I like his page and he funny. But he had a video the other day talking about how he feel like they're doing Jada Parker real dirty right now. In regards to what's going on with her, in regards to the storyline and everything like that. I want to get your quick opinion real quick because a lot of people feel like she should have been in that call up when they had their spans of call ups going on. You got a lot of people that feel like she should be champion right now. So for those of you keeping up, not only has Jada's been in championship matches,
Mm-hmm.
but she's never held any belt in NXT. Now, I do want to say this. I had the same, before you go, I had the same concern about Bianca Belair. Because Bianca Belair, well, the North American women's title wasn't around. It came out right after she got called up.
Mm-hmm.
But she never won the WWE title. She had never beaten Rhea Ripley. And there was somebody, I think it was Shayna or whatever, that she couldn't beat. And I thought that they was going to do the same thing with her. But hey, they immediately shot her to the moon when she got called up. So there is context otherwise. But my question for you is based on, because right now she's in the storyline with Nat. I'm interested in Nat for the first time in her whole career. And
What?
she's a dope wrestler. I've
What?
never
Natty
said
the goat, man.
she's but as a my problem with Nat has always been her character. But now
Character.
I like
Okay.
this Nat, yo. I like this. So but how do you feel about what's going on with Jada right now? Do you think she's in the right place for development, or do you think she should have been part of that call up? Do you think she should have held at least the North American Women's title by now? What you feel like going on with Jada?
Uh, a lot of things can be true at the same time. Like, should she have been called up? Yeah. Should she
Mhm.
have held the belt by now? Most definitely. But sometimes you got to hold on to the stars. Like, if you watch the was the HBK documentary, he didn't want to let those people go. Like, he
He
wanted to keep
didn't,
those NXT stars. Like, he wanted to keep them down
especially
there.
Javon,
Javon, like, he
especially
wanted to keep
Javon.
them a little while longer, right?
Yeah,
So, like, sometimes it's good to keep some of that talent to build them up, to build the brand. And then just because you're good, it don't mean you can't be great,
right.
especially under the tutelage of somebody like the GOAT HBK. Keep them a little while longer. So a lot of things can be true all at the same time. She should have been called up. She should have held a title, but sometimes staying in NXT could be the best things for you because you get to do your own thing in sort of a sense, like you get to cook a little while longer. And
Yeah,
one thing I learned about wrestling fans is if something don't happens, it makes the fans want it even more. So why give them what they want right now? Let
Mm-hmm.
her popularity build, let that fan base build, so that where they can't just deny it anymore, and then her debut will be even more special.
Right, right. So I think Jada's always going to be relevant, regardless of but it's not. It doesn't hurt to because what you don't want to happen, and don't get me, and you don't want it to be a Jade situation where
Mhm.
people are questioning her wrestling skill. Now I will say this: Jada can go.
I'm not.
Jada can wrestle.
Who would question that?
Some people who not familiar. Not everybody watches NST or keeps up with NST. They keep up with Jada for reasons that we won't go into because we both married men. But
That's what. Time out.
Okay,
Sometimes we don't care why you go to church, which you're in the building. If you catch my drift, baby, you know what I'm talking about.
they
You know what
okay,
I'm
it's
saying?
people that don't even watch wrestling. You know what I'm saying? That know
We
about
got,
Jada
we got
Parker
homies
Joe.
that don't watch wrestling, just be sending us, yo, who is
Don't watch
this?
wrestling at all.
Like,
So
yo,
she's
who is this? Yeah, yeah.
right. So she's always gonna be relevant, right? Um, But I mean, I don't think there's nothing wrong with it. I don't think she should go to the main roster without having a title run, whether it's North American or the NST Women's Championship. Maybe this storyline coming up with Nat is just to sharpen her skills and get her to the next level.
Being able
Because
to
I'm
bet like that, yeah.
right. 'Cause I do think Jada deserves to be in that spotlight. However, in the interest of fairness, you could have said that about a lot of people. You could have said Jordan Grace deserved the title run. You could have
Mm-hmm.
said, matter of fact, that I'm gonna be honest with you. There's one person in NXT right now who I think deserved to be NXT Women's Champion right ahead of her. I think it's her and then Jada, and that's Kalani.
Kalani. Mm-hmm.
I think Kalani deserves a run. I think she's dope. I think she's a great wrestler, and she's gotten better at promos. Now, here's the one thing about Jada: from the time she stepped in NXT to now, nobody ever said she can't cut a promo. She can cut a
Yeah, she
promo.
can talk. Yeah,
She
she
can
can talk.
talk. She can talk. Yo, Jada can talk. That's always been her thing or whatnot. But I will say this about Jada. I think they got to get her when she does get called up. She's the one person I will say I think they got to get her some better theme music. I think her theme music too basic. I think her presentation too basic. I think NXT is heavily relying on her looks
Mm-hmm.
to get that reaction from the crowd and stuff like that. But give her like a great presentation, like you gave the Obas, like you gave Jordan Graces, like you gave Blake Monroe. You know what I'm saying? She needs a better presentation. Like you gave Jade out the gate, she need a better presentation. But I think she's where she should be at. And then I think next year we can have this conversation and see what happens. But like you said, to your point, you are 100% right. Everybody can't go. You know what I'm saying? Like they still on TV every week. You know what I mean? They
Mm-hmm.
on TV. That's not back in the day where they was on the WWE network and that's how you watch. No, they on TV. They still got to get ratings. So everybody can't go. We got to keep somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? So right now, the men is who having the struggling because right now there's no. I mean, I like NXT, but there's no star power in the men's roster right now. They in their development stage with the men, but the women, you got a couple women down there who got star power or whatever. So got to keep the ratings, man. So I agree
Mm-hmm.
with you 100%. The other one I want to talk about is there's an actual the actual match. So I'm gonna give y'all the lineup real quick for those of y'all that don't know the lineup for Great American Bash is Tony D'Angelo versus Naraku, formerly known as Evil for the NXT Championship. Lola Vice versus Kendall Gray for the Women's Championship. Miles Bourne versus Tavion Heights for the North American Championship. This is what I want to talk about. So Saquon Sugars versus Deion Lennox. All right. Now, for those of you that's unfamiliar, both of them used to be in Dark State, the group
Mm-hmm.
that debuted and lights would go out, they appear in the crowd, and next thing you know, in the ring. Saquon Sugars got excommunicated from the group. They pretty much jumped him out, and now he's seeking revenge on Deion Lennox. Do you think they should have broke up in the first place? And it's a two-part question. Number one, do you think they should have broke up? And number two, do you think because right now they're catapulting two people, they're catapulting Saquon and Deion. It's
Mm-hmm.
clear that they are the two that they see as future stars, right?
Mm-hmm.
Who do you think has the higher trajectory between those two? Like who's the star? Who's the future star?
I,
Like
I
who's the
think
one?
they could both be stars. Like I really do, but I rocks with Saquon. Like I rocks with Sugars. Like I think they both have star potential,
Mhm.
but it's something about Saquon's character that I enjoy like a lot. So
You you know what I think it is, and you could tell me
what's
if I'm
that?
wrong. He's the closest thing to Jacob Fatu in NST.
I,
That
yeah.
character where, because with Jacob, it's like what draws us into Jacob so much. I remember Chris Jericho said this about Roman Reigns when Roman Reigns was a big dog. When Chris Jericho, I forgot who was talking to on this podcast. It might have been CM Punk. I can't remember. They was talking about Roman, and he said, "Man, if they ever let Roman just be authentically himself, he's gonna go through
Hmm.
the roof." And that's essentially what happened. And with Jacob, they didn't change anything about Jacob. They pretty much just say, "Hey, just go out there and be you." You know what I'm saying? And it feel like that's what Saquon is doing. Like he's being himself. So he got that edge to him. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. But
He's straight out of DC. So yeah, man. I think
yeah.
I just recently started following him on IG. I was just like, I can get behind this character. I like his direction. I think I Saquon.
Okay. All right, cool. So that is one match I'm intrigued to see what they do with that this weekend. Obviously, that's not going to be the first or last match.
No.
I mean, the last match between them, but that's what's up. All right, so taking a break from WWE real quick. Let's get into Forbidden Door, man.
Got you.
Forbidden Door is Sunday. The match that I think myself and everybody's looking forward to is Will and Swerve to see who's gonna
Hmm.
go on to all out, excuse me,
Hmm.
and compete for the title. But before we get into like what you looking forward to the most, any predictions that you got, anything like that, do you think we getting a debut this weekend? I asked that question because All In is in August, right?
It's in August, yeah.
We at the end of June, and All In is their biggest pay per view of the year. It's their WrestleMania. I don't, you know what? I'm gonna stop saying that. 'Cause I don't want to say it's their WrestleMania, like downplaying the product, because All Out was the best pay per view of all last year.
Hmm.
Um, but I mean, for those of you that don't keep up with wrestling, like just to make the comparison, that's their biggest show. That is their WrestleMania like event or whatever. And I'm sure they want to, as it name, no pun intended, but I'm sure they want to go all out. There's, well, you obviously know who's out there. I actually just watched that Big E interview yesterday. Shout out to
I started it.
CBV,
I'm gonna
man.
finish it today. I started it. Yeah.
It's a good interview. It's a good interview. But yeah, you think we get any debuts this weekend?
I don't like. I can't call it. I can't say yes or no. Like, do we want them to debut here enough for a build towards the Wembley pay per view? Like, or do we save their debut for Wembley? You see what I'm
Mm,
saying? That's why I'm not really sure what I want to happen here because let's just say they do debut
hmm
on Sunday, right? Do we catapult them right to the top and they go after Cage and Cope for the titles?
I about to say, so for clarification, who is they? I know who you're talking
Oh, we're
about, but
talking
for the
from the
audience,
artist formerly known as the New Day.
okay. Um,
I don't know what they'll be called. What Kofi Kingston and probably what Austin Creed,
I think he's definitely gonna be Austin Creed, and I think Kofi just gonna go by Kofi because
just by
that's really
Kofi.
his first name. I think he's just gonna go by Kofi. Um, So just say, all right. So to Shaq's point, for those of you who don't know the card, I'm not gonna say the whole card because you know AEW got like 12 matches or whatnot. But the Owen Hart women's tournament final is Mercedes Monet versus Maya World.
Hmm.
Um, so that's gonna tell us if they want. I'm pretty sure Mercedes is gonna win that match, and I think she's gonna finally get the title at all out. Um, Let's see. Oh, but there's two tag team matches in which they could debut.
That's what I'm saying.
Um,
There's two tag matches, right? So the Bucks, it's
yeah,
either
the
the
Buck.
Bucks or it's Cage and Cope.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm gonna go out on
And
a limb and say
there is
yes.
also FTR, but FTR is on vacation right now. They're on a break.
Yeah, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say yes. I am. I'm gonna say yes. I'm gonna say, because if not now, then when? maybe on a random episode of Dynamite.
I was like, save it for the pay per view. They don't necessarily have to wrestle anybody at the pay per view.
That's true too.
They don't have to
So
wrestle anybody. They can just make a debut.
and so that's not the only possible tag team that could debut. Motor City Machine Guns is out there too. Motor City Machine Guns is a perfect place, in my opinion, for AEW. You know what
They
I'm
might
saying?
just go.
I mean, for
They could go back. They
yeah,
could go back to TNA
they could go back to TNA too.
or
So
Japan. Yeah.
you got some options in regards to like people who could debut this weekend. So we gonna see. I know two things for sure. We're gonna get two debuts either this year or next year, guaranteed. And that's Johnny Gargano and Bailey. Both of them are out. Man, I be feeling so bad for Johnny Gargano, man, during his segments, dog. But my bad. We talk about AEW. But all right, but I do wanna know real quick,
Mm-hmm.
what's your prediction for Swerve and Will?
So I think we all know the ending to the movie. We just have to see how they
Mm,
get us there.
okay,
Like there
that's
is no
fair.
way. That's great. I can't say there's no way. 99.9% sure that Osprey is winning that match because
Yeah,
why else would this pay per view be in Wembley, and why else would he not face MJF for the title in Wembley?
right, right,
Like
yeah.
anything else is asinine. Like it makes no sense whatsoever. So like we know the ending to the match. We just have to see how they get us there. Which
Mm.
I'm not. It's going to be a fire match. Is what's going to happen in the match. How do they get Osprey to be the winner?
I low key hope they run that Iron Man match back. Now it's gonna make the pay per view 2 hours more longer, but
Dog, the pay per view is already going to be 4 hours. Dog, you want to run those?
yeah, I low key hope they run that Iron Man match back. I do, that I do. I'm with you 100%. I'm gonna go Will as well. MJF not even he in a match, but it's not for the title. His title not even on the line, which tells
Right.
you
We want to be
they gonna have
everywhere. They're
him.
saving it. Yeah.
Yeah, and the rivalry's already there between him and Will.
Bacon.
Will
Right.
yeah, so I mean, it's no other direction to go. So yeah, all right. Well, y'all, AEW Forbidden Door live on pay per view. I think they got a special start time. I think it's 3. Hold on, no, it's 8. I'm sorry, they start at 8 on
They in
Sunday.
Cali. They in Cali. Yeah.
Yeah, they start at 8 on Sunday.
I mean, it'll
So
be done by midnight.
yep. So yeah, man. All right, so let's get into King of the Ring, and we're gonna jump right into it. We're gonna go into the match that my son don't. I ain't gonna say that he will watch the whole thing, but he's gonna highly anticipate, and I'm actually gonna record a video of him trying to see who he think it will win. But King of the Ring final for Night of Champions, we're gonna get right into it. Oba versus Jay. All right, now this match has extreme SummerSlam implications, like
Mm-hmm.
extreme, because they're depending on who wins this match, depends on it also determines what's going to happen at SummerSlam. So, my brother, who you got and why? Well, do you matter of fact before you go? All right, let's talk about this real quick. Two
All right.
scenarios, right? If let's say for those of you who follow Busted Open podcast on SM, shout out to Bubba and Bully said that Oba should win, but still face Brock at SummerSlam.
Mm-hmm.
Put his spot on the line in the championship
Night
match against
one.
Brock.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And if he wins, go on to face Roman. All right. So Oba could win, and that could very well much happen. We can't completely rule that out. Oba
Mm-hmm.
could. Oh, I mean, it's not like if Oba wins this match, we're gonna be shocked. And this is one of those matches where I'm elated based on I don't care who wins. I'm gonna be elated at the outcome regardless. I would be elated to see Oba be King of the Ring, and I'm gonna be elated to see King Yeet. You know what I'm saying? I'll probably be one of the only few for that one, but I'll be elated regardless. But there's a scenario in which Oba could win and challenge either Roman or Cody, more than likely Roman. Or there's a scenario where Jay wins and Jay goes on to challenge Cody. And Oba goes to SummerSlam and challenge Brock. So, who you got and why, bro?
Question for you. I'm glad you said that, right?
Mm-hmm.
What you said, what happens if Jay wins, right?
Mm-hmm.
Storyline purposes, what if he doesn't pick Cody?
I answer the
I
question
like to think
first.
outside the box. Like we just
Yeah.
automatically assume that he's gonna pick Cody if he wins, right? What
Right.
if he doesn't pick Cody? What if he picks Roman?
So I'm gonna talk about it from two perspectives, from fan perspective and storyline perspective. From a storyline perspective, I don't think it makes sense because we number one, we've seen this before. But number two, like they're clearly over. All right. So here's one thing that's been going like people been saying, like Roman has yet to apologize to Jay, right? Y'all, y'all act like y'all ain't never been in a family before. Like that happens all the time. How many times have family wronged you? Not everybody. There's certain people in your family you just don't rock with, right? But
About to say who we talking about? Who we talking
but
to?
there's also certain people that you grew up with who you very fond of as family or whatnot, and y'all can get into some real beef. And then one day, I remember one time, me and one of my big bros, man, shout out to Tony Davenport, man. Me and Tony, man, we were at odds for like a year. Cause I was challenging them. I was one of them. As a young boy, as a neo, like I was not one of them that just went along with everything. Like we challenged everything, and man, we was at a probate. And he looked at me, he said, "Then why are we even mad at each other, bro?" And I said, "I don't know, big bro." And we hugged it out, and that was it. You know what I'm saying? Like it happens all the time, man. It's family, man. We too focused on this apology. I think that this whole storyline is built on being unified, but the unification immediately happened between the Usos and Roman because they already know what it felt like to be at odds. Jacob didn't know that. So Jacob, you know what I'm saying, challenging them. He don't know no better. He's just like, look, I want the crown. I'm on some Killmonger stuff. Like, I want the crown. It is what it is. Now he fall in line. The next project got to be Solo. So it's all over the place if Jay chooses Roman. That's why I'm not a fan of it. And from a storyline perspective, and then from a fan perspective, this is where we start to get the fatigue because Jay and Roman only have one match. But from a fan perspective, like they've only put on one match that possibly could be a classic, and that's the Hell in a Cell match. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
So it's not like they've been putting on. It's not like it's something the fans want to see, especially at SummerSlam. So I don't think it. I don't think it makes sense. I don't think
I
it
mean,
makes
no,
sense.
I'm with you. I just like to think like let's try to think a little differently here. Oba winning makes sense. Like it makes
Mm-hmm.
all the sense in the world for Oba wins, but I always just like to play the devil's advocate of that what if. Like,
Yeah,
what if Jay wins and what if he doesn't pick Cody?
Jay would have to completely turn heel. Jay would have to become a monster.
He been crashing out lately.
He would have to become a monster, bro. Like if he chooses Roman, number one, the only way it would make sense is if they got Jay set up to beat Roman, and that ain't happening. That is not happening. That is not happening. But that's the only way that would make sense. You literally would have to turn Jay Hill, and not only Jimmy, but Solo, Jacob, the MFTs, all of them gotta roll out with Jay as when he wins. All of them have to side with Jay. All of them. All of them. It can't be a divide. It can't be a civil war again. All of them
You
will.
don't think MFTs would side with?
That's what I'm saying. All of them will have to roll out with Jay. All of them. Everybody. And then the same thing that happened with Jacob at the end of Clash when he had to leave with Roman. Roman will have to leave with them too. But Jacob would be not Jacob, Jay would be the Travis.
Somebody talking to you. Shut up.
That's the only way it would make sense. But nah, but yeah, who you got?
Oba.
You going Oba?
You go Oba. Yeah.
I'm gonna go Jay. And the reason why I'm going Jay is because Oba and Brock at SummerSlam absolutely has to happen. But there's another match that I think is absolutely gonna happen, which rules out the possibility of Oba challenging Roman for the title. And that's Roman and Seth is happening at SummerSlam. And what proved to me that that match is gonna happen is that he clearly, if you read Roman's lips, if you're a good lip reader,
Yeah.
He clearly said Seth Rollins, clearly, right? But it didn't happen this past Monday, which means it's going to happen after Night of Champions, right? So that's how we set up SummerSlam match. Monday night on Raw. I think, and we're gonna get into that. Seth Braun is at Night of Champions and steel cage match. I think Seth is gonna go on to win that match. And I think Monday night on Raw, he's gonna come out there, he's gonna cut a promo about being done with division or stuff like that. And Jacob's gonna attack him. And that's how we set up Roman versus Seth. Because at the end of the day, they got to pack them seats. Roman and Seth is going to pack them seats. All right. So that's why I'm going with Jay. And I think we are going to have Jay versus Cody. I think Gunther is going to have a match with Sammy at SummerSlam. I think that's the reason for the triple threat. I think Cody's gonna come out of there as a winner, but something's gonna happen in that triple. I know I'm jumping, but I'm saying this to explain my J pick. I think Gunther and Sammy, something's gonna happen in that triple threat. Cody's gonna end up winning. They're gonna have not Cody, Gunther and Sammy gonna have a little thing, and they're gonna have a match at SummerSlam, and that's gonna leave Cody, open and available for Jay to come out there and challenge him. And I do think Jay is going to win at SummerSlam, which we could talk about a little later. But yeah, that's my reason why. Once again, I started this by saying the winner of this match right here is going to have major implications on SummerSlam. And yeah, I don't see a scenario in which Oba wins and challenges Roman, because I think they really saving that for WrestleMania. That's their plan B. Plan A is obviously Rock and Roman. But if that don't happen, you got to have a first time ever match between Oba and Roman. And you got to keep that in your back pocket, because it's never too late for that. Right?
That
So
means if he don't win King of the Ring, you got him winning the Rumble.
absolutely. Without question. Without question. Oba is absolutely winning the Rumble. I don't think this Rock and Roman match is going to happen. I really don't. I don't. I don't. Because I don't think I think Rock is the one person who they can't just write a check for and he gonna get it because it's a
Yeah,
lot of money.
The Rock is very rich.
He's good. he's good.
Like,
He's
good is an understatement. He's great.
he is
He's amazing. Yeah, yeah.
right. So it's only gonna happen if he absolutely wants to do it. And if he wants to do it in Saudi Arabia, because that's the thing too. You know what I'm saying? Like, nothing against that crowd or anything like that, but out of all the international crowds, you throw in the European crowds with the Italians, the French, London. You
Mhm.
throw in Australia when they go to Australia. You throw in Mexico when they go to Mexico. You throw in
Puerto
there's
Rico.
another Puerto Rico. That's probably the least favorite crowd of any WWE fan watching it live. So does he even want to do it? I don't think that match is going to happen. So you got to keep. And if it doesn't happen, you can always set up that match later on. But yeah. So that's why I got Jay winning, man.
I like the logic. I'm not mad at the logic at all.
Yeah. So we'll see. But once again, if Oba wins, I'm gonna be elated too. I'm gonna be elated too, man. So, cause you know what I mean. Yeah. So, all right, Queen of the Ring, real quick. That's the one match, and then I'll let you get. I just gave my prediction on the three. I'll let you get your prediction on the three. Queen of the Ring, Liv versus Io. I got Io. Who you got?
Like, my heart wants to say Liv, like I really do, but I think they got to catapult Io back up to the top. So you go. I'm gonna go Io.
Mm-hmm. If Liv wins this match, it tells me that Rhea is really hurt and she probably gonna miss
Or it might
SummerSlam.
be that like Rhea's really hurt and they got to do a vacant something like that, so she just
Mm,
takes the title
yep,
and
yep,
she got both
yeah.
belts. Matter of fact, I'm switching. Give me Liv, so she can really claim
Yeah,
that she's the greatest women's champions of
of
all time. Yeah,
yeah,
give me Liv. I'm gonna go Liv because I think Rhea is
yeah,
really hurt.
yeah. If that's the only way Liv wins, but if Rhea is not hurt, Io is winning that match because they definitely gonna have Io versus Rhea. And then the $1 million question we're gonna be debating for weeks is who's gonna be the one to turn heel. Will it be Io or Rhea? So
I'm gonna go
I'm
with
gonna
Liv
go.
just because she could really get off the line, the greatest women's champion of all time. I'm gonna go Liv.
I don't see Roxanne and Raquel helping her though. So like I think they're gonna do something to accidentally cost her the match. I really do. So yeah, I'm gonna go EO. But I like that outcome with Liv. That'll be dope. I just gave my prediction. Oh, one match we ain't talk about. Sorry. Trick versus Ricky.
You know my answer. Don't. You know my answer. Especially after that thing I posted in the group chat this morning. You know my answer. You finally wanted him to say it, and he said it. Yeah, yeah,
I ain't see that.
yeah,
What group
yeah.
chat? What group,
He talking about that
what
other
group chat?
school.
What group
Our
chat?
wrestling group chat with the members. Your iPhone didn't get that message through again.
What it with me, you and Willie?
Mm-hmm.
I did get a message. I ain't watch it. I'll watch it later. I'll
You don't
watch
got
it
to.
later.
You don't got to. So now do what you said and join one of us. One of us.
Hold on. As a matter of fact,
One of us. Do what you
we
said and
let
stand
me
on
see
it.
real quick.
University, full scholarship. You played football there. I read you said Hampton helped prepare me to be a professional wrestler. Tell us how. That's right, man. At Hampton University, you wanted to play, man. You wanted to be one of the guys who's making a difference on the field. And they threw me onto the field at a very young age in my career. Look at me. There I go. And, I had to step up. I had to step up to, learn the ropes and how
You
to
can turn
play.
this off. We're boring our broadcast with this trash. Now stand on what you said. I wish Facebook had a dislike button so I could dislike it. I flagged it actually. Yeah, go ahead.
God, Trick. But I mean, I'm picking Trick because I'm praying we get Trick versus Mello at SummerSlam. We gotta get Trick versus Mello at SummerSlam, dog.
I
It
don't care
has to,
what we get. I'm picking Ricky Saint. I don't care what we
and
get.
Mello has to win. Mello has to beat Trick at SummerSlam, yo.
Ricky Saint for the win.
All right, Seth versus Braun. Who you got?
The only
Now,
reason I'm hesitant because they still I'm gonna tell y'all a story how this fridge has almost been shot several times making noise. Just like that's how he almost got shot the last time, fridge. Yeah. Fridge be making all kind of noises and dropping ice just random. You boy.
it's doing its
But
job.
dog, you're supposed to be making noises like that. But they division is still a thing. Like, and if Bronson loses this match, not Bronson, Braun loses this match, like, what does that do for the division? You see what I'm saying? Like, there's still a group, and they're still going to want to be taken seriously. Like, so this is definitely going to be a blow off. I'm mad that it's not a Hell in a Cell. It's just a regular steel cage match. Steel cage stops nothing because people can still climb over the top of the cage and whatnot, so it stops nothing. But I probably have Bronson Reed coming back Saturday, and he does the typical big man spot and rips off the cage door, or they might gimmick it and he rips off the whole side of the cage or something like that. So I'm gonna go Braun just because that division is still a group that they want to be taken seriously. And if they lose this, I don't know where that leaves them.
You don't think Joe Hendry and the Street Profits are neutralizing even including Bronson Reed?
They
You know,
could
Logan
they
Paul,
could
Logan
they
Paul.
could he could just run. He could be out there. They could chase the
Yeah.
Austin and Logan Paul off without Logan getting involved, and that's when Bronson Reed comes back.
Okay. All right.
Just
I'm gonna
because
go
they
set.
still want to take them seriously. You see, like they still want the group to be taken as a serious threat.
So the question is though, if Seth loses, who's Roman opponent? Well, never mind. You pick Oba to win King of the Ring. Okay.
Mhm.
All right. Nah, I follow you. All right. And then did I forget a match? Two more. Jade and Tiff. Who you got?
I'm gonna go Jade.
I'm going Jade too.
I'm going Jade.
For whatever reason, I don't. And we talked about this last week. Tiff just don't be having no motion with her when
Yeah.
she get that belt.
Yeah, I don't know what it is.
Her chase,
She might be better with the chase. Yeah.
yeah, she just ain't got no motion with the belt right now. Like, you know what I mean? But this could also be just a filler because it was really supposed to be Jade versus Rhea.
Yeah, Rhea's hurt. Right.
So I mean, who knows? But I'm gonna go Jade. And then last, I already said I got Cody winning, but Cody versus Sammy versus Gunther. Now I will say this: it would be absolutely amazing if Sammy was to win this match, but it's not happening. It's not happening. But who you got?
I don't want to say it, but I got Cody.
Cody's winning.
Yeah,
Cody's
he's
winning.
winning.
He's going into SummerSlam as champ. If he loses, it's going to be at SummerSlam. The question is, once again, what do you do with Gunther?
Yeah, what do you do with Gunther?
But I think that's why they having this triple threat. I think something's gonna happen in the match in which Sammy's gonna cause Gunther, or Gunther's gonna cause Sammy the match. Next, they butt heads and they'll have a match at SummerSlam. They'll have a rivalry in a match at SummerSlam. So yeah. So yeah, man. I bet. So we got our predictions in for this weekend. You got anything for us, or we done?
Give me 1 sec. I'm pulling it up. Hold on.
You good?
All right. So then again, here we go. We are testing your wrestling knowledge in a sense, right? Okay, here we
Oh,
go. Right? So to all my people
okay.
that love and still watch wrestling, welcome to Either Or, this or that. This is where I come up with wrestling categories, wrestling questions, scenarios, and fantasy book, and we shoot them out there to the fellas to see what they think. They have to end honestly and on the fly. All right.
Yeah.
So today's topic, I guess you could say, is name that gimmick, right? Or name the gimmicks, right? We all know sometimes it takes a while for wrestlers to find their groove, to finally hit a home run, as they should say, right?
Mhm.
So I'm gonna throw you a list of just one wrestler, and I want you to tell me how many gimmicks they had, and can you name those gimmicks? That's
Mm.
it.
Okay. Let's get it. Let's get it.
It's loud as hell next door. All right. So we'll start off with somewhat of a layup. All right. We're gonna go
Okay.
with Mick Foley.
How many gimmicks did he have?
Yeah.
And is it all right, are we talking about with one
His,
company or
his
his
their
entire?
career. Their career.
All right, so obviously Cactus Jack, Dude Love, and Mankind, and then him as himself, Mick Foley.
All right. That's it. You're right. You're right there. You can stop right there.
Okay, cool. Okay, cool,
All
cool, cool.
right.
I was trying to think if there's anything else.
We're
Okay.
gonna go with Kane.
Wasn't he Isaac Yankem at first?
He was Isaac Yankum.
All right, so outside of Isaac Yankem, I just know him as Isaac Yankem and Kane. But
You're
I don't
missing
think he
one.
was he.
You're
I don't
missing
think he
one.
was was he the original Kane though? I don't think he was. I don't think he was the original Kane. So he
Mm-hmm.
was the Kane that made that initial debut.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was. I thought they were saying it was somebody else, and then when they did that masking him, so okay. So Kane, Isaac Yankem. I don't know.
He was the fake Diesel.
I forgot all about that. Okay, all right.
Right. Okay. We have Dustin Rhodes.
That's
Mm-hmm.
Dustin Rhodes.
What was his nickname what was his moniker?
Was it the Natural?
There we go. Okay, that's two. There's two
Yeah.
more.
I probably won't get the other two, but I'm gonna think. Hold on.
One of them only literally lasted one night.
Not gonna. That. Nah, you can tell me the other two. I ain't
7 and Black Rain.
definitely wouldn't have guessed neither one of those.
All right. Matt Hardy.
Version 1 or
Mm-hmm.
it was version 2. The lead character. What was his name though? Brother something. Dang, that's gonna drive me crazy now. It was. I can't remember his name, but yeah, the character when he was doing the lead.
broken Matt Hardy.
Broken Matt Hardy. Yes. And that's it. I mean, you got the Matt Hardy with the Hardy Boys. You got
Yeah, I get
version
you can count Team Extreme.
Team
Matt
Extreme.
Hardy. All
Yeah,
right.
so,
Chris Jericho.
man. Got Y2J.
Mm-hmm.
We got El Champion.
Mm-hmm.
We
Le-
got
le-
the Le Champion. We got the Learning Tree.
mm-hmm.
We got the list. We got the one where he was best in the world. He was calling
Mm-hmm.
himself the best in the world at one point. I think before CM Punk. I can't remember who said it first. And then we got I don't know what his moniker was when he was cruiserweight champ in WCW. He used to say something about himself, but I can't remember.
Lionheart.
Lionheart. That's it. Yeah, Lionheart. I
His New Japan run. What was his name?
know.
The Painmaker.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's probably all I. Yeah, that's all I can remember off the top of my head right now.
And I'll end this one with you. Go ahead. The Undertaker.
I mean, Dead Man,
Mm-hmm.
American Badass,
Mm-hmm.
Dead Man again. But his moniker the second time around. I mean, he was still the Dead Man, but what was they calling him? The Phenom. So
Mm-hmm.
we got the Phenom, Got dead man, because you got purple glove taker is dead man. You got the gray
My
glove
favorite.
taker.
That's my favorite outfit, the purple glove taker. Go ahead.
Yeah, you got the
One of
mass
one of them
opera,
one of them has to deal with the what group he was in.
Bone Skull crew, right?
Mm-mm,
Bro,
mm-mm. That was on camera. A group that was on camera.
never mind, never mind, never mind. All right, so you got. I'm gonna go down the lineage. So you got dead man, gray glove taker with the tie. You got purple glove taker that came out SummerSlam when you had Taker versus Taker. Then you had the Ministry of Darkness taker.
There you go.
Then American Badass. Then he came back as a dead man again, but he was a phenom.
And there's one
And
more
then
big what.
Big Evil.
There you
And
go.
then
Right.
when he was part of the Brothers of Destruction.
And bonus question: why did he become Phantom of the Opera Taker? What happened?
Didn't Mankind burn his face?
That's on camera. Yeah. What really happened?
What really happened, I forgot the story. What really happened. I know the reason why they did.
Mabel happened.
What happened? I forgot. What happened with
Mabel gave him a bag lead drop and broke his orbital bone. Yeah,
That's right.
Mabel happened.
That's right.
Well,
That's
you
right.
you
But I know
fared way better in this than you did last week. Way better.
I was a better mindset. I had a lot on my mind last week. I had a lot on my mind last week. I'm gonna post. I'm actually posting. I'm actually posting that. I'm almost done editing that video. That video I'll probably post Sunday, either Sunday or either Sunday or Monday. But it's definitely coming out in the next 3 days for sure. Cause we gotta get our predictions out for King of the Ring and stuff like
Right.
that. Yeah. So yeah. That's a bet, man. Well, from all my people that still watch wrestling, man, this is episode 84. Make sure y'all like and subscribe to the content. Once again,
Please.
we on YouTube. We on Instagram, TikTok. We on all those things, man. I thought I was going to, I had a lot of people, well, not a lot. I had a few people hit me up, hit us up in the comments or whatever saying that the LA Knight take was a good take. So I'm glad y'all see, man. I'm not hating on LA Knight, man.
We don't hate it. We just don't see it, dog.
But once again, like wrestling fans have to take accountability for the stuff that happens, man. Like when you do something like Jay Uso, when you turn your back on him, it's like if I'm in the writers' room, what's gonna stop us from doing the same thing with LA Knight
LA Knight or Oba.
or Oba? This is another thing. Now, he's somebody that we so interested in his characters. He can create rivalries, he can create storylines, and he can actually wrestle. So and not to say that LA Knight can't wrestle. Let me not say that. LA Knight definitely can wrestle. But I'm more confident in Oba Femi putting on classic matches because I've seen it. I've seen Oba put on classic matches in single matches. I've seen him do triple threats, all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? So, like, one of the best matches of the past 2 years that nobody talks about is that match he had, that triple threat he had with I forgot the two boys in this team. One of them recently got released. He used to do the Feast Your Eyes. Who used to do the Feast Your
Yeah. Big Dog
him
back.
and
Yeah.
him and the other guy that's still in NXT, they had a triple threat for the North American title, and that's still to this day one of the best triple threat matches in the past 3 years that WWE has put out.
What is his name? Josh something or am I tripping?
Yeah, it's Josh something. Yeah, I
Okay.
can't remember what the last name was. So yeah, man. So, but nah, y'all make sure y'all like and subscribe to the content. Enjoy. We got a weekend full of wrestling. Like I said,
Weekend full of
NXT
sports, man. We got World Cup, we got
Cup.
wrestling, we got boxing, and it's gonna be
Yeah,
hot outside. So stay your asses inside and watch some wrestling, man. Yeah.
yeah. And before we go, man, special shout out to our brother, my line brother, SP that's in Vegas, man, for his bachelor party.
I
Live it up.
hope
We
it
wish we was
rained
there,
on
bro.
your bachelor party. I hope it rains in Las Vegas. I texted the group chat that last night. I said I hope it rains in Vegas for y'all party.
I don't hope
Non-stop.
that, man.
No fun for y'all.
I want them to have an amazing time, man. We wish we
That's
was
you.
there,
I'm a
man.
hater. This is documented. Shaq is a hater. This is documented. I can't go because my money is tied up elsewhere. But I hope it rains every day. No, nothing. No pool parties, no kicking it, no hookah, no drinks, no nothing.
Y'all boys have an amazing time, man. Y'all have a great time,
Yo,
man.
love y'all, man.
But
Y'all boys be safe,
love
man.
y'all too, man. Y'all have an amazing week, man. We holla at
All
y'all.
right, peace out, one, man.